B2B SEO, techniques to rank higher in 2025 and beyond. B2B SEO in 2025, same channel, different rules. If your SEO playbook feels outdated, it probably is. In 2025, Google's AI overviews, rising zero-click behavior, and AI research tools have changed how prospects discover and evaluate vendors, which means rank higher no longer automatically equals get more leads. At the same time, organic search is still one of the most important demand channels in B2B. Multiple industry roundups continue to show that organic accounts for a huge portion of B2B site traffic, often around 62%, and it contributes meaningfully to revenue, which is why we treat SEO as a pipeline asset, not a branding exercise. The shift is simple. We now have to optimize for visibility and conversion at once. That means building pages that can be cited in AI results, win the click when it exists, and then turn that visit into a clear next step, whether that's a demo request, a pricing view, or an outbound assisted conversation. How B2B buyers actually use search and why clicks are shrinking. B2B buyers do their homework long before they talk to sales. Research suggests roughly 71% of researchers start with a generic search and run about 12 searches before landing on a specific vendor site, which is why one good blog post rarely wins a deal cycle on its own. Search stays involved throughout evaluation, too. About 86% of B2B researchers use search engines during the buying process. If you're not present across the questions they ask, from early problem framing to late-stage vendor comparisons, you're invisible for most of the evaluation window. The catch is that many of those searches never become visits. In 2024, an estimated 58 to 60% of Google searches in the US and EU resulted in 0 clicks, and a 2025 analysis found B2B organic leads down 47% from January to October, even when rankings didn't collapse. In other words, we can't measure success only by positions anymore. We have to measure how search influences meetings and revenue. Make keywords accountable. Map every topic to pipeline. The fastest way to waste SEO budget in B2B is chasing high-volume keywords that don't map to a sales conversation. Our rule is, if a keyword doesn't connect to a real objection, use case, or decision path your SDRs hear on calls, it's either low priority or not worth publishing at all. To operationalize this, we recommend mapping your top 50 to 100 terms to buying stage and stakeholder. Most B2B deals involve buying committees, so your content has to work for the economic buyer, the technical evaluator, and the day-to-day user. Otherwise, your champion finds you in search but can't sell internally. This is also where SEO earns respect with leadership. Organic is often credited with 53% of inbound leads and about 44.6% of B2B revenue in industry studies, which is why we prioritize topics by revenue potential and deal influence, not just search volume or traffic forecasts. Build for AI overviews and humans. Answer fast, then go deep. In a zero-click world, you're playing 2 games at once, being the best short answer and the best in-depth resource. Practically, that means the first 100 to 150 words should define the topic crisply, so snippets and AI overviews can quote it. Then the rest of the page should be structured to help serious evaluators skim, validate, and take the next step. Topic clusters are still one of the most reliable ways to compound rankings in B2B, especially when they're built around real problems your ICP is trying to solve. We recommend building 3 to 5 clusters anchored by a strong pillar page, supported by tightly related articles, and connected to decision stage assets like comparisons, implementation checklists, and ROI narratives that reduce perceived risk. Finally, Retrofit your existing winners before you publish net new content. Add FAQs where they genuinely clarify decisions, implement relevant schema, upgrade internal linking, and tighten CTAs so the page naturally moves a reader toward a conversation. This matters because organic traffic often converts significantly better than paid. One dataset cites organic at about 14.6% versus 1.7% for paid search. So improving a handful of high-intent pages can outperform producing dozens of new posts. If the keyword doesn't map to a real sales conversation, it doesn't belong in your SEO roadmap. Turn SEO into an SDR enablement channel, not just a traffic source. The teams that win in 2025 treat their top SEO pages as sales assets. Instead of leaving content in a marketing silo, we recommend assigning 1 to 2 approved links per persona that SDRs can use in sequences. Typically 1 educational page for trust and 1 decision stage page that helps a buyer justify action internally. This is where Outbound tightens the loop. If you run an outsourced sales team, an SDR agency, or any kind of sales outsourcing motion, your Outbound should echo the same language prospects saw in search. When your outbound sales agency references the exact objection a buyer searched, agency versus in-house, pricing, implementation risk, you create continuity from SERP to first touch and reduce friction in the first reply. At SalesHive, we routinely see SEO outperform when it's paired with consistent outbound execution. Cold email agency quality messaging, smart list building, and disciplined calling. If your ICP is researching and your content is ranking, our SDRs can use those pages as conversation ammo in cold calling services and email outreach. Then feed the objections we hear back into the content roadmap so SEO and outbound get smarter together. Common SEO mistakes in 2025 and how to fix them fast. The most common failure pattern is chasing high-volume, top-of-funnel terms that don't produce pipeline. You end up celebrating traffic while your calendar stays empty, because generic queries rarely translate into complex B2B buying motions. The fix is to prioritize by intent and revenue potential, category plus ICP terms, competitor comparisons, pricing questions, and use case searches that signal active evaluation. The second mistake is treating SEO as a marketing-only project. When sales input is missing, content gets written around assumed pains rather than real objections. Build a recurring feedback loop. Pull call recordings, gather lost reason notes, and ask reps what prospects misunderstand. Then, bake those exact phrases into page intros, section structure, and FAQs, so your content mirrors how buyers think and speak. The third mistake is measuring only rankings and sessions while ignoring influence on accounts and opportunities. With SERP changes, you can rank and still lose lead flow, which is why attribution matters. Use UTMs, connect Search Console and analytics to your CRM, and review which pages assist meetings and opportunities, especially for decision stage searches that align with B2B sales outsourcing, outsource sales, or best vendor comparisons. Optimization that compounds: technical health, refresh cycles, and authority signals. Technical SEO isn't glamorous, but it prevents invisible losses. Run a quarterly health check to catch crawl issues, indexing problems, duplicate pages, and internal linking gaps. Pair that with performance work, core web vitals, mobile UX, script bloat, so your best pages don't lose conversions after they win rankings. Next, adopt a refresh-first content cadence. Consolidate thin pages, update decaying winners with new examples and clearer intent alignment, and strengthen internal links between your pillars and decision pages. In saturated SERPs, improving what already ranks is often the highest ROI move, especially while the market adjusts to AI overviews and fewer clicks. Finally, Earn authority in ways AI systems can trust. Bring in practitioner detail, real constraints, and clear definitions. Cite credible sources and make your point of view explicit. Even with click pressure, organic listings still tend to beat ads on engagement. One study reports organic results can get 8.5x more clicks than paid, and SEO can drive 1,000% more traffic than social media ads for B2B sites. So compounding gains still matter when you target the right queries. What to do next? A resilient plan for 2025 and beyond. Start by building a revenue-aligned roadmap. Map keywords to buying stage, stakeholder, and the sales outcome you want. Then build 3 to 5 topic clusters around the core problems you solve, and retrofit your top pages to win both short answers, snippets/AI citations, and deep evaluation, proof, comparisons, next steps. Then make measurement unavoidable. Wire SEO reporting into pipeline, source landing page, and when possible, query-level signals should flow into your CRM. If you can't answer which pages create opportunities, you can't defend investment or improve it, especially when macro lead volume fluctuates. Finally, plan for multi-channel reality. SEO still matters because buyers use search throughout the journey, about 86% do. But it can't be your only lever when clicks are shrinking. Pair your content engine with Outbound, whether that's an internal SDR function or a specialized B2B sales agency, so every hard-won search impression has a clear path to a meeting.